Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me for today. I'm Carly Osborne with the Washington State EAP. This is the first week of April 2026, the Wellness Wednesday session, and today we are talking about awe walks or expanding perspective in daily life. So, today's going to be a little different from our typical sessions. So, rather than focusing on strategies or productivity, this time is really about slowing down and just noticing. Many of us spend our days moving quickly from one task to the next, often without much pause. And over time, that pace can leave us feeling mentally fatigued or even disconnected. This session is an opportunity to step out of that rhythm, even briefly, and experience something a little different. As we move through today's session, I'll guide you through a few ideas and a short reflective practice. There's nothing you need to do perfectly. I just want you to notice what stands out to you. So let's start with a simple question. What is awe? Well, awe is the feeling we experience when something captures our attention in a way that feels expansive or meaningful. It can be a sense of wonder, a moment of beauty, or even a quiet realization that shifts how we see something. Often we think of awe as something tied to big experiences like travel or major life moments. But in reality, awe can also be found in very small, everyday moments. What makes awe powerful is that it gently shifts our attention outward. Instead of being caught in our thoughts or stress, we begin to notice what's around us. And that shift, even when it's brief, can have a meaningful impact on how we feel. So, why does this matter? Well, when we experience awe, it helps reduce mental fatigue by giving our minds a break from constant thinking. It creates a sense of space, which can feel calming and grounding. Awe also helps shift perspective. When we zoom out, even slightly, things that felt overwhelming can begin to feel more manageable. Another important benefit is connection. Awe can help us feel more connected to our surroundings, to other people, or even just to the present moment. It doesn't remove stress completely, but it changes how we relate to it, and that can make a real difference. So, if awe is so accessible, why do we miss it? Well, for many of us, it just comes down to pace. We move quickly from one task to the next, focusing on what needs to get done. That leaves very little room for open awareness. And our brains also play a role. They're designed to filter out familiar information so we can stay efficient. But that means we stop noticing things we see every day. And over time, this can make our environment feel repetitive or even dull. Not because it is, but because we're no longer seeing it fully. Today's practice is really about gently interrupting that pattern, not by changing where you are, but by changing how you pay attention. And this brings us to the idea of an awe walk. An awe walk is simply a slow, intentional walk where your focus shifts from getting somewhere to noticing what's around you. It's not about steps or speed or exercise goal. It's all about curiosity. As you walk, the goal is to observe your surroundings as if you're seeing them for the first time. And this might feel a little unusual at first, and that is completely normal. You don't need a special location for this. It can be done outside, inside, or even by looking out a window. What matters most in this case is the shift in attention. So, during an awe walk, there is no checklist, but it can help to have a few gentle prompts. You might notice the light, for example, how it changes, how it reflects, or even how it seems to move. You may also notice sound, something subtle in the background that you hadn't paid attention to before. Or you might notice small details, patterns, textures, or movement that you would usually overlook. The goal isn't to find something impressive, it's simply to notice something you hadn't noticed before, and that alone is enough. So let's take a moment to try a brief version of this together. If you're able, pause for a moment and look around your space. You don't need to move, just shift your attention. Slowly let your eyes land on something nearby. Now, see if you can notice three things you haven't paid attention to yet today. Maybe it's a small detail. Maybe the light has changed. Maybe it's something you've seen many times, but you've never really looked at it. And then take a few seconds to notice. And when you're ready, Gently bring your attention back. Even a short moment like this can shift how we feel. So go ahead and pause here and take a chance to engage in some noticing activities. And when you're ready, hit play and come back. And now, as you come back, let's take a moment to reflect. You ask yourself these questions. What did you notice? Was there anything that surprised you? And even more importantly, did you notice any shifts in how you felt, even if it was subtle? There's no right or wrong experience here. Some people feel calm, others feel more aware, and some simply notice something new. And all of those are valuable. The goal of this practice isn't to add something new to your schedule, it's to shift how you experience moments that are already part of your day. This might look like pausing and looking up instead of down, noticing one new thing in a familiar space, or slowing down for just a few seconds during a routine moment. These small shifts may seem simple, but over time, they can help reduce mental fatigue and bring more awareness into your day because it's less about doing more and more about noticing more. And as we wrap up, I'll leave you with this thought. Awe isn't about finding something extraordinary, it's about noticing what's already here. You don't need a new environment or even extra time. You just need a moment of attention. As you move through your day, you might try noticing one thing you would normally overlook. Thank you for taking time to be here with me for this short introduction into Wellness Wednesday for April 2026. I'm Carly with the Washington State EAP, and I just wanted to let you know that if you ever need to reach out to us for any support, our contact information is there on the screen. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to view this video, and we hope we'll see you for the next one in the series. Bye.